Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to the big show tonight. It's your buddy Bruce here from Traveling with Bruce, TWB. How's everyone doing out there? I hope you're okay and surviving. I kind of hope for some of you that the weather is getting a little better in certain
How's
parts of the
everyone doing
country.
out there?
It's just been, lousy this winter. Here in Palm Desert, California, where Jennifer and I are hanging out, 69 degrees today. Are we complaining? No, we're not. We're below normal by probably 7 or 8 degrees, but 68, 69 degree high with sunshine sure feels nice and warm. The angle of the sun now is so high that when you go outside, you can feel the heat building on your shoulders. And if you don't have a hat on, it's building on here. So we'll take it. We're going up to 78 tomorrow. We're going to be 79 and 81 next weekend. So that's normal. Rather looking forward to that happening. Hope it's nice and warm where you are. Let me know what temperature you're getting nowadays. What's the price of gas in your neighborhood? And how are you guys doing out there? Welcome one, welcome all. Thank you, everybody, for the thumbs ups already. A number of you have already hit the thumbs up button before the show even got going. We appreciate that. We have 15 now are in the house. We're always striving for 100 thumbs ups between now and the reruns that come through here. Thank you, all of you who are watching on the rerun. Hit that thumbs up button for us because you rerunners definitely put us over the top every single week. I thank you all very much. Welcome, one and all. I have some news today for you from Carnival, from the U.S. Government, from Oceanic Research. I've got some cruise deals that are just unbelievable. Some really nice cruises to tell you about. Got all kinds of stuff to talk about. Welcome, everybody. Shady Hill Homestead is saying hi, number 4, thumbs up. Kirk Brunson is in the house, says, I'm number 6. Tim Bowman, I'm number 7. Welcome to the big show, everybody. Brittany is saying hi to everybody. She has moved into her new place, and we're happy for her. Thank you, Brittany, for keeping us posted on how you're doing, and thank you for thumbs up number 5. Robert Mailhot is in the house. Thumbs up number 8, mentioning he joined me and visited me on my other channel last week, and it was great to have you. Nice to have you over there. It was great to see you. Stephen Butler from Northwest Arkansas. Gas is $3.05 a gallon right now. It's a high of 65 degrees. I think I'm the 3rd or 4th thumbs up today on the like button. 50 minutes before showtime. Some of the cruise lines announced big losses today. Yes, I have news on that. Jeannie Laving's house is in the house. Hi, Jeannie. How you doing? Hello, Bruce and all the viewers. Bill and Jeannie are watching from East Tennessee. 72 degrees right now on our back porch. A very nice day. Beautiful stuff. To be able to enjoy that, that's wonderful. And you moved in on Saturday, says Brittany. Right on, Whitney. Way to go, you guys. It's a big deal for you. Nikki Singleton. Hey, everybody. Greetings from Jacksonville, Florida. It's 82 degrees outside. Welcome. Sharon is in the house. Hi, Bruce and TWB family. John Anderson. Hello, everybody. Nathan, number 16 thumbs ups. Tom Henry. Hello, TWB friends. Welcome, Tom. Tim Bowman. It's dropped to 55 Fahrenheit here in sunny Seattle with regular gas around 499.9. Ken Koreka. Hello, Bruce, and all from Saginaw, Michigan. The temperature is 39 degrees with clear skies. Gasoline is $3.38 a gallon right now. We were number 10. Janet and Ken reporting in. How are you guys? Nice to see you here. Terry Gallant, October 2024. 16-night Panama Canal cruise from Los Angeles to Tampa on the Radiance of the Seas. This is a retirement cruise. Way to go, Terry. Well done. Fantastic. Sean McCroskey, it's been months since I've been able to tune in. Welcome, Sean, to the show. Nathan, 19 days. NCL Joy. Gas at Walmart was $2.98. Lower 70s today. Ms. M in the house. Bruce, I am number 14. Thumbs ups for you. Larry Blake, number 24 tonight. And Tom Henry, I completed a 21-day check-in for Escape yesterday. First annual Latitude Rewards cruise. I'm actually waiting to see what NCL has planned. Right on, sir. Fantastic. Way to go. You are an NCL loyalist to the millionth degree, and they do take good care of you, I know. Deep Value Options. I'm number 28, Bruce, on the thumbs up meter. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Kevin Chapman, good to see you, Bruce. Summer cruising season on the horizon here in the mid-60 degree New Jersey area. Thumbs up number 31. Thank you, Mr. Chapman. That is fantastic. All right, well, let's get some news out of the way right now. Today, someone did mention today was earnings day. The folks at Carnival released their financials today, and I won't give you a lot of boring details, but I will tell you this. If you were to have read the press release from Carnival, you would have thought that everything is just ducky. I mean, everything's fantastic. Bookings are way up. Future bookings are way up. They have over $5 billion in deposits on hand. Onboard spending is higher. Everything's fab, except for one little tiny issue. They lost $690 million in 3 months operating that cruise line. So they're still dropping $230 million a month on average, which is $2.7 billion a year in losses right now. And this is with 90% capacity going. This is with higher onboard spending. They've cut costs everywhere. I mean, they have done cost cutting. They have unloaded their older ships, very inefficient, that didn't make much in the way of profits. They brought in newer ships in the last couple of years, especially the Mardi Gras and the Jubilee. These ships are running on natural gas, much cheaper to operate. So they're trying to stem their losses. They're almost equaling, or their gross revenues now are almost equaling their 2019 gross revenues. And the reason I mentioned 2019 is that is the last year of normalcy for Carnival before COVID showed up in 2020. And the 2019 calendar year, the earnings were very good for Carnival. They had a record run there. So they brought in record revenue in the gross, on the high end, on the top end, and they had profits on the bottom end. Right now, they're approaching the 2019 numbers again, but they're nowhere near making any money. And this is the problem here. Cost and massive debts are on the books. No new cruise ships are coming in to Carnival after 2025. They have a couple of ships between the end of the latter part of this year, 2024, and that's it. Nothing into 2025 and beyond. No new ships ordered, nothing coming. And that is a sign of them pulling back. Now, the story goes that they will be retiring a couple of ships between now and 2026. Again, the older ships have to go, which means they will have fewer rooms to offer to the cruising public, which puts even more pressure on the company to make any money at all. Because when you have fewer, what they call berths, beds to sleep in, you have fewer people on board, which means fewer gamblers in the casino, fewer buyers of onshore excursions, fewer buyers of people getting a massage or getting a haircut, or getting their nails done, or spending money on board the ship, whatever. Fewer people drinking. This is all bad news. The Carnival debt load now is so high. I believe it's now approaching $30 billion. There was a time in 2019 that if you took their assets and then took off all their debts against their assets, the shareholders had equity of $24 billion. Today, there are many more shares outstanding, and the net equity is $7 billion. This company's assets are $52 billion, but their liabilities are $45, and about 30 something is at least long-term debt. It's in rough shape. They are going to go a decade to basically pay the interest that they're racking up right now, and pay down little bits of the debt to perhaps 10 years from now, they might get it down by $4 or $5 billion, unless there's another pandemic and a complete shutdown. I don't know. Now, Another thing that's beginning to happen, and this is not a Carnival problem, this is a problem across cruise lines. I've heard now Royal Caribbean has had this issue, Princess has had this issue. This is beginning to show up with regularity, and that is the norovirus has returned to cruise ships. Now, it never left. The norovirus is the one where you have to go to the bathroom all the time and you have diarrhea and you're getting tummy cramps and you're not feeling too well. This is caused by a lot of people on a small area sharing germs between each other, and it all starts with bad habits in the bathroom. It all starts from the toilet. People go to the bathroom, they do their business, they don't wash their hands, or they wash their hands but they don't use soap to really cleanse their hands. They leave their cabins, they walk down the aisleway holding onto the handrail for stability. They go to the bathroom in a public area and are immediately out in the open and walking on the promenade deck with their hand on the handrail, their hand on brass railings. They're using the elevator buttons to push buttons. And anyone else following along, touching any of those surfaces within the next 20 minutes are possibly going to be infecting themselves with the norovirus. And if you touch the button on the elevator and then you decide to, scratch your eye, you've now that virus has entered your bloodstream, and now you have it. And within a day or so, you are now displaying symptoms of the virus. This norovirus spreads like wildfire. And why is norovirus showing up on cruise ships again? And it's a simple answer. I've told you guys time and time again this last month or two how many cruise lines have announced the cleaning service in your cabin once a day. Remember, you used to leave for breakfast in the morning. You'd get up and brush your teeth and mush up your hair a little bit, get something to eat, and you'd leave your cabin and you would go to the buffet for breakfast. By the time you got back, your room had been cleaned, your bedding had been done, you have new towels, all the surfaces in the bathroom are cleaned, your mirrors are polished up, the mirror in the in the bedroom, your night table is cleaned off, your everything is clean, including the handlebar of your doorknob, the handlebar to your balcony door, everything, and the hand railing outside if you have a balcony room, all with disinfectant. Your cabin is spotless. Then you would change when you came back from breakfast, maybe into your bathing suit, and you'd grab your morning coat and you'd head for the pool. And while you were away at the pool, your attendant would come back into the room, spiff up the room a little bit, get it all nice and clean, put away towels if you used any, and you'd come back in the afternoon. You would then shower up and get ready to go for dinner. You'd get dressed, you'd leave, and by the time you got back to your cabin several hours later, the attendant was in there again, and they would have yet again cleaned all surfaces off, including new towels if necessary. Anything needed, they would have turned down your bed. Today, all that is replaced with one single visit to your room to make up your room. And I'm convinced that they have initiated cutbacks and cutbacks and cutbacks as to how much time the attendant is in your room. Your steward is not in the room like as much as before in time-wise. And this is creating the norovirus spread. This is an absolute recipe for disaster because you were out and on the ship somewhere and you touched a hand railing or whatever you did, and you've got that virus on your hand. You don't know it. You can't smell it. You can't taste it. And you're coming back into your cabin and you're touching everything in your cabin and your loved ones as well. And you're spreading this virus amongst yourselves. And the steward is only there once a day to clean it up. And this is where this virus is spreading like ridiculous. And we're hearing now 100, 200, 300 cases on various cruise ships. And I think there's going to be a massive explosion of this virus this summer. I fear a terrible number coming. But again, they don't ask me how to run a cruise line, and not that I'm volunteering, but I'm thinking once a day is not enough for a cabinet attendant. Now, from the U.S. government, the story is coming out this week. If you need a passport to go anywhere, a U.S. passport, we got bad news. It used to take 9 to 10 weeks to get a passport. Now it's going to take 13 weeks or longer to get your passport. If you're having it mailed to you in regular mail, it might be 14 to 15 weeks before you get your passport. If you are sending the U.S. government an extra $60 to expedite, get an expedited expedited 7 to 9 weeks now. Used to be 4 to 5. Now it's 7 to 9 to get it done fast. So if you need a passport in a month or two, you're in trouble. That's not going to happen. All kinds of issues with 500,000 applications a week coming in to the U.S. government for passports for Americans. It's unbelievable. Other news, there's something known as sargassum. Sargassum is the word of the day. Let me show you something. Don't mind me here while I take a quick peek over here. Let me see what I have. Okay, here we are. Of course, the passport photo. Here we go. Just talked about the passports. I've talked about the problem with Carnival regarding their finances and what have you. This ship here, the Carnival Mardi Gras and the Jubilee and the third one that'll come out, these ships are now running on liquefied natural gas. They burn much cleaner. It's cheaper to power them up. Much cheaper per passenger because of how many passengers on the ship. But they need the entire fleet to be made up of these before they're going to break even, and that's not the case. Okay, sargassum. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this stuff right here. Look at this individual with his hands in the water. It's a seaweed, and this stuff here is a problem. This seaweed does this. It washes up on shore. And as it dries out, between when it's soaking wet and drying out, it starts to smell like high heaven. You cannot imagine the smell of this stuff. Islands in the Caribbean and the Florida coast are hiring armies of people to clean this stuff up. The problem is that it takes all day for dozens of people to tackle this mound of gunk. And the next morning, you've got another batch of this stuff waiting for you. We're talking about Cayman Islands. Look at this, 7 Mile Beach. Look at how wide the swath of this stuff is. You want to trudge through this to get to the water? I don't think you want to do that. I would not want to do that. What a mess. And here, these folks had trudged through, I think, an opening that the resort made. They made an area where they took the stuff out, but here on the side, it's just sitting there, floating there, and it smells to high heaven. It can't be pleasant. Here is a satellite image of where it's coming from and how much more is coming. All the light blue colored stuff in the water is seaweed. It's sargassum. It's just awful. It is a record haul this year. It's a 5,000-mile wide swath of this stuff, and it is hitting the Leeward Islands. It is hitting Dominican Republic, Dominica, San Juan, Puerto Rico, all of Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, St. Martin. It's hitting Cuba. It's hitting Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, Mexico, Cozumel. It's coming into the Gulf, and it's going to hit Florida in the Keys along the coast of Florida. And then what happens is this stuff starts circulating, and it comes into the Gulf, comes around the Florida, on the other side of Florida, and then comes right back around again in a circle, and it's until it dissipates out. And it's months and months and months of this crap. And this has become an absolute tourist nightmare for these Caribbean resorts, these all-inclusives in Cuba, And Jamaica, they are having a nightmare here. They are hiring so many employees to clean this stuff up. They're losing money on their resorts. I mean, this is just a nonstop disaster that's going on here. And you can't do anything with this stuff. I think it goes to landfill. I don't know if you burn it. I don't know what you can do with it, but you can't use it for fertilizer. You can't use it for anything agricultural, from what I understand. And these guys here are not only are scrambling to get this crap out of the water, then they have to deal with their beaches, to rake their beaches to get this all cleaned up. This is an absolute nightmare, and I can tell you that this stuff is it's a nuisance, to say the least. So anyway, there's some imagery there for you that I hope you don't ever run into when it comes to this stuff. It's just sad. I think the problem is that the problem with this stuff is that it is so prevalent that you don't know when you book a cruise. You have no idea if you're booking a Caribbean cruise that you're going to run into this stuff and where. If you're booking an all-inclusive 1-week resort in Cancun, you don't know if it's going to wash up on the shore and whether the odor of this stuff is going to waft into your resort. You have no idea until you get there. No refunds either, because once you're there, you're done. And even before you get there, you probably can't cancel because unless you have cancellation insurance. I don't know if I don't think a travel insurance will cover this stuff either. I don't think it's going to save you. You're completely at their mercy. It's terrible. Louise, hello, Bruce and TLB family. I'm in good mood tonight. I found some great footage of the World Figure Skating Championships. Congratulations, Tom Henry. Sounds like Carnival has discounted the base cruise fare too much. Tim Bowman, I would add that costs have skyrocketed since 19. I'll grant you that, sir. Louise, my kitchen springtime goodies from Jill's table have arrived today. Fantastic. Tom Henry, anybody here from Florida, have you heard a date for opening the Brightline expansion to Orlando? We drive to Florida for the 16th of April for the Escape Cruise. We'll park. We're going to park at the Brightline West Palm Beach Station, and then take the train to Miami. Parking is only $7 a day, but just found out that they have added a $10 checked bag fee. Went back to the booking and added 3 bags. Oh my! Terry, any thoughts on how Royal Caribbean has been overselling some of their sailings? I don't know what's going on. I can only say, Terry, that my best guess is that they have done so many layoffs of their onshore staff, just like Norwegian and just like Carnival. They have cut back staff everywhere they can because they too have borrowed billions and billions of dollars to stay alive during the COVID virus outbreak for 2021 at least. They are desperately trying to pay off their bankers, and so they're trying to cut costs. By cutting costs, they're cutting people, and by cutting people, they are cutting corners. And some of the corners that apparently are being cut are IT department, the IT department that handles all the computerized bookings. And I guess they're accepting reservations when there are none available. And this is causing an issue. I did talk about this, I think, last week. Tom Henry, that's a $64 million question. Terry, something is wrong in the RCCL computer system. Nathan, washy if you want to get over that virus. Stephen, have they cut out the hand washing stations at the buffets and restaurants? Does that add to it? I don't know if they have. I don't think they would have done it at the buffet because hand washing stations were always at the buffet before COVID. But you got to wonder if the bathrooms aren't being tended to as much. I really can't say. Tom Henry, we had a virus outbreak the cruise prior to boarding in Cape Town. All buffets were staff served and no condiments on the tables in any restaurant. NCL has dropped the washy folks at the buffet. They've dropped those guys. Oh, man. The cutbacks. Tom Henry, they need to force the hand sanitizer. I hear you there. Tim, I just renewed my global entry The website said 6 to 9 months for renewal. I submitted my renewal application and I received approval in 3 days. Wow, that's awesome. Tom Henry, Anthem of the Seas has engine speed issues and is adjusting itineraries. They are cutting back hours at various stops. They'll arrive an hour later, leave an hour sooner, and they need more sea time to get from place to place. Problems. Tom Henry, looks like some farm equipment is needed, like cutting the hat and baling. Apparently, in Florida, some of these onshore areas, where they have this washing up of the seaweed, they do have automated equipment, but it's 8 feet wide, and we're talking about 500-foot wide seaweed, which is 25 feet out into the water. We are talking massive amounts of this tonnage that these units they can gobble it up, but they have to stop after a while because now it's all in their equipment and they have to dump it and get rid of it before they can scoop up the next batch. It is a huge, huge nightmare of a job. Tom Henry, wonder, is this what causes azopod damage? We got to wonder about that. Tom, how about ships collecting it at sea and burning it for fuel? Nope, it doesn't work. Nathan, my first stop is Georgetown. It looks like I might change my plans from the beach to something else. Again, I can't say that when you get there that it's your time, but I can say this. The Cayman Islands have had issues with this stuff now for several years. And one year they'll have it at 7 Mile Beach. The next year they'll have it in North Sound. The next year it's coming at them from the east side. And so being an island, they're surrounded on 360 degrees by water. This stuff can come at them from any direction at any time. Sharon, my guess in the overbooking issue is that it likely affects those who are trying to save money by not choosing their own staterooms. If you paid for a particular room in advance, you're probably safe, and you could be right there. Okay, so we've covered the Carnival mess financially. We've covered the U.S. passport situation. Sargassum, we've covered that. A bunch of photos for you. Now, I have 3 cruises I want to show you today. And these are not bargains. These are not 3 cruises that I found that are super cheap and they're really affordable. No, I decided today to talk to you about 3 dream cruises that some of you would kind of like to get onto. I would love to get on any of these 3 cruises from what I understand here. All right, let's, in no particular order, cruise number 1 is on a ship known as the Oceania Sirena. And that ship is right here. That is this one right here, the Oceania Sirena. Now, this ship probably holds about 500 or 600 passengers. It's one of those ships that has maybe three decks for passenger rooms and so on. It isn't that much. There are some inside rooms, there are some ocean view rooms, and there are balconies and suites. So there are those round portholes down below the lifeboats. There's probably a level there as well. All right. You can take a 10-night cruise on this ship starting on August the 6th of this summer. And it starts in Monte Carlo. Check out this map. Monte Carlo, just between France and Spain. You depart Monte Carlo, and you leave on Sunday, August the 6th. You then, on Monday, August the 7th, end up in is it Cinque Terre, Italy? Cinque Terre, Italy. The next day, you're at the port that services Rome. That's pronounced Civitavecchia, Italy. And you can do a tour of Rome for the day if you like. The next day, you're in Sorrento in the Amalfi Coast. Absolutely wonderful, gorgeous there. Then you're going to have a sea day on Thursday, August the 10th. Friday, August the 11th, you're going to end up in Crete in Greece. Then on the Saturday the 12th, you're in Rhodes. Sunday the 13th, you're in Antalya, Turkey. Monday the 14th in Kos in Greece. The Tuesday the 15th in Patmos, Greece. And Wednesday, August 16th, your cruise ends in Athens. And you can really see some neat stuff between Athens, Monte Carlo before your cruise, Athens after your cruise. What a great way to go. This is the ship itself. Here is a shot of the ship from the top deck here, the pool deck. You'll notice that there aren't thousands of chairs up here because there aren't thousands of people on board this cruise ship. You are probably among 500 or 600 passengers only, and the pricing will tell you in a minute why that is. Here's a nice one of the nicer rooms you can get your hands on if you so desire. Just to give you an idea of what we're talking about now, hear me out. An inside room is not that bad. An inside room for 10 nights is $1,399, $139 person per day in utter luxury. These prices I'm going to give you include all non-alcoholic beverages, especially restaurant dining and unlimited internet. That's all included in your fare. The ocean view is $15.99. The brochure balcony is $23.99, so about $240 a day, and a suite will run you $3,399. And you got unlimited dining and a specialty non-alcoholic beverages all included. So sodas, juices, that type of thing, coffees, all included. You'll pay for your alcohol as an extra on this one. All right, so that is Oceania Sirena, August the 6th for 10 days from Monte Carlo to Athens. All right, here's our next cruise. This ship is the Seabourn Ovation. Now, the first ship, Oceania, is run by Norwegian. This ship from Seabourn is run by Carnival. This is Carnival's high-end cruise line, Seabourn. That's the Seabourn Ovation cruise ship right there. And we're talking about a cruise from June the 25th for 14 nights, leaving Copenhagen and coming back to Copenhagen in Denmark. Copenhagen. This is the route here. You start at the bottom right-hand corner in Copenhagen, and you will now go on your cruise from Copenhagen to Gothenburg, Sweden for the first night. You'll have 2 sea days in the open Norwegian Sea and into the Atlantic Ocean, and you will then arrive in Iceland. And the first stop is with the D and the J there. I don't know how to pronounce that. Djupivøgir. I mean, I have no idea. That is your first stop on Thursday, June the 29th. On Friday the 30th, you're in the wonderful township known as Våpnafjörður. I have no idea. Then you're on Saturday, July 1, you're in Akureyri, something like that in Iceland. Then on Sunday, the 2nd July, you're in Ísafjörður. I think this cruise is worth it just to learn these names properly. Then you have a day in Akranes, Iceland, another day, Tuesday, the 4th of July, in Hemey, Iceland. 2 sea days to come back to Norway. Friday, July 7th, you're in Kristiansand, Norway. And on the July the 8th, the Saturday, you're in Skagen, Denmark. And Sunday, July 9th, you're back in Copenhagen in Denmark. And that all is done on this ship right here, which I think is handling about 690 passengers or something like that. One of the rooms you can get is this balcony room right here. Looks very nice and luxurious. This is another shot here of one of the at the back of the ship. There's a spa there. You'll find me in those units all the time, for sure, with the loungers and the tables over there. Pretty nice. I love the loungers lying at the back of the ship there. You can just watch the wake go by. Oh boy, that would be a nice position to be in. That is a lovely sounding cruise. As far as dollars go, let me give you an idea. Again, this is June 25th for 2 weeks. So the height of the year, longest days of the year practically. You can get a brochure suite or balcony suite, same price, $3,879 for a 14-night all luxury cruise. Prices include gratuities. They include unlimited internet. They include all alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. It's all inclusive for this ship in that regard. Of course, meals are all inclusive as well. So this is the way to go in 5.5, 6-star luxury, the Seabourn Ovation ship. Something tells me you go on this one time and you're never going to want to go on another ship ever again. Not too bad. Okay, the third cruise I have is on this ship right here, the Viking Mars cruise ship. Viking Mars. June the 6th departure for 14 nights. Departing Barcelona, going to Bergen in Norway. I believe it's Norway. Let's take a look at this itinerary right here. Yeah, it's Norway. You start in Barcelona there at the bottom of your map, and you end up cruising right away to. Here we go. Sorry, when you get on the ship in Barcelona, let me correct myself. You're going to get on the ship on Tuesday, the 6th of June. You're not leaving Barcelona until Wednesday, the 7th. So you can use the ship as your hotel for one of the 2 nights you're in Barcelona already. Thursday, June the 8th, though, you're in Cartagena, Spain. And on the 9th, Friday, you're in Malaga, Spain. The 10th is a sea day. The 11th, you're in Porto in Portugal. Monday, the 12th, is a sea day. Tuesday, June 13th, you're in Falmouth, Cornwall, England. Falmouth, Cornwall, England. Wednesday, June 14th, Portsmouth. Thursday, June 15th, you're in Paris at Le Havre in France. You can make a day trip to Paris. Friday, the 16th of June, you're in Zeeburg, Belgium. Saturday, June 17th, Amsterdam in Netherlands. You're going to have a great time there. Sunday, the 18th, is a sea day. It's Monday, the 19th, and Tuesday, the 20th, you're in Bergen in Norway for 2 nights before you have to get off the ship. You're on the Norwegian Mars cruise ship. That's this ship right here. The very back of the ship, you'll notice the pool there. Here it is. The infinity pool at the very back of that ship. Looking at it from above, you can see how that looks with the jacuzzi up there. This is one of the several dining areas on board the ship you can enjoy. It's you can eat anywhere on the ship in any restaurants. Here's the spa. Here's where you'll find me. You want to know where's Bruce? Well, Bruce is either on the back of the ship on that hot tub back there, looking at this view from his hot tub, or he's in the spa in this hot tub over here, and he's visiting the steam room in between the sessions over there. That's what I'll be doing. If you book this cruise, the price includes select shore excursions, select alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, and it includes unlimited internet. The cost of this cruise for a brochure balcony, $6,499 for 2 weeks. If you want the suite, the high end, $1,399 for the high end suite, $13,999. So that's $1,000 a night for the suite. I'd go for that balcony for $6,499. I think I'd be quite happy with the balcony. Having these amenities on the ship at my beck and call, I'm quite happy with the $6,499 balcony. This is a wonderful ship. That pool in the middle there, that has a retractable roof on it. So if it's raining heavily or if it's rough day, very windy conditions, they'll bring that roof over, and you'll be protected as if it's like an indoor pool facility. Very, very nice. Viking Ocean Cruises runs an awesome cruise line. This particular cruise would be a lovely cruise to take, being that it is being done June the 6th to the 20th. You're talking long days, warm weather, ideal cruising conditions. So you decide for yourself, would you like to get on the the Sirena with Oceania, or would you rather take a cruise on the Seabourn, which is the Carnival line, or would you rather go on the Viking Cruise Line for this itinerary? All three sound pretty darn good to me. I don't have any complaints about any of these three as a way to go. I'd be quite happy to be on board these guys. There you have it. But it's it's not cheap. But then again, it's kind of nice to get on something like that. Wouldn't that be great? Um, let's see. What else have we got here? Nathan is saying that my first stop is Georgetown. Looks like I might change my plans from the beach to something else. Sharon, my guess is the overbooking issue. Like the Fixos are trying to save money. We've talked about that. And what else do we have here? We have a club balcony on the Joy, says Nathan. Only upgrades offered are all of the Haven or family suite with no balcony, just a window to open. Tom Henry, Cindy saw a very long American cruise doing U.S. rivers. That sounds terrific. Prices start at $51,000 each. That's unbelievable. Tim Bowman, Terry Gallant, I highly recommended taking the tour that drives you over to the Agua Clara lock. It's new. It's a fun trip and great to see the new lock up close, the Panama Canal. Tim Bowman, Tom Henry, I choke at those ACL prices. Tom Henry, I'm smiling with you. Tom Henry, trivia, which seaborne ship crashed in Speed 2? Anybody know? Louise, here's my problem. Hall America is now saying that the pop beverage program only includes the freestyle pop machines. They are nasty as everyone touches all the buttons, plus perfect from spreading diseases. Tim Bowman, I could pronounce the Iceland towns, but I wouldn't want to embarrass you. I understand. It's okay. Rocky, Bruce, I am taking out a home equity line of credit for any of these cruises. About 14 nights on transatlantic or repositioning cruise on Princess or Royal Caribbean or a Viking River cruise will be just fine for us. Louise, if I see you on a cruise, I may challenge you to a tread water floating competition. Do you like swimming in the deep end? No, Steve, gas went down to about 60 cents a gallon last week. Gasoline dropped 60 cents a gallon last week. That's pretty good stuff, man. Not bad at all. Got to take that action. I'll tell you, any break we can get, we'll grab it. Wouldn't we just? Well, folks, I got to say thank you so much for joining me today and being part of the channel. I hope you didn't find it too gross to see this seaweed bundle up on all these beaches. I mean, look at these poor guys. Would you want these guys' jobs? No, thank you. I do not want that job. I won't even want to be near this stuff if I had to clean it up. What a mess. And look at this mess here where the swimmers are in front of it and it's behind you. And oh, gosh, that's got to be awful. And like I said earlier, the folks at Carnival continue to lose a lot of money. $2.5 billion to $2.75 billion a year is the rate of losses right now. They feel they can do better than that. I sure hope so, because they are running out of cash on hand. They're running out of shareholder equity. No new ships are coming after 2024, so it's looking pretty grim. But I tell you, these cruise lines here, this one, Oceania from Norwegian, Seabourn from Carnival, and here's Viking from Viking. They're still out there, and these cruises are always worth considering if you have the Donero to enjoy them. Man, that would be kind of nice. I love this shot right here. Oh, does this got my name all over it. Tell you, that is, look at those loungers. They're wide enough for two people. I love the sound of that. Boy, that's pretty good stuff. I'm so excited about that kind of a cruise. I'm even going to fire up the fireworks today. Here. Oh, yeah, baby. Fireworks are going. Fireworks are going. Oh, that's good stuff. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. There it is, folks. There's the story. Sharon, thanks, Bruce. Have a great night. Jason Kimmons, good evening, Bruce. We just got back from a 5-day Carnival cruise on the Freedom. Turks and Amber Cove were fantastic, and the Carnival staff were amazing. The drug-sniffing dogs were at the port. Rocky Grasso, 33 thumbs ups now. Jeff, 42 tonight. Bruce, I'm usually a next dayer, but I caught you tonight. Thank you, Jeff, for that. Thumbs up and welcome. Tom Henry, good night, everybody. Terry Gallant, mortgage-free, debt-free, hoping to cruise in retirement. Freedom 55, beautiful. Tim Bowman, Terry Gallant, good on you. It's worked well for us. Thomas Gayer, 84 degrees in northwest Louisiana. Gas $2.79 a gallon. 5 hours to Galveston Port to drive it. Stephen Butler, fireworks. You spoil us, Bruce. I mean, giving us fireworks too. You spoil us rotten. We have 48 thumbs ups for this show today. I cannot thank you folks enough for backing me up and getting us almost halfway to 100 thumbs ups. I know the folks watching here on the rerun show are always there for us. I have more views of this show on rerun than I have live. And so thank you, all of you out there in rerun land, for hitting the thumbs ups button. The live participants are going to get me to about 49.50 here, which is fabulous. Thank you, everyone who is hitting the thumbs up button, giving us a little extra momentum. We do appreciate it. And if you're watching on the rerun, please do your part if you can. Hit that thumbs up button for us and get us over the top into triple digits. I always get messages from viewers who watch the show on the rerun. They make a comment and they tell me, they're saying hi to me, and then they're saying, I am thumbs up number 74 or 82 or 95 or 104. I so appreciate that very much. You guys are just fantastic. Thank you all so much. Kirk Brunson, I'm still working. Good night, buddy. You have a good one. Thank you, Kirk. You do the same. We're both working right now. You hang in there, buddy. We'll see you next Monday. Everybody, thank you so much for spending time with me again this week. I hope you find the information useful and enjoyable. Look forward to seeing you next Monday right here. We'll keep you posted on how we're doing, and we'll keep on top of the latest cruise news as best we can, let you know what's going on, and let's take it from there. Jason, we love your cruise content. Bruce, thank you so much for your content. You got it, Jason. Thank you for your kind words. Everyone out there, it is so much appreciated. 53 thumbs ups as we shut down the show. You guys are awesome. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next Monday. Tim, night all now to watch some NCAA women's basketball. Well, life can't get better than that. There you have it. All right, everybody, have a good one. We'll see you next week. Bye from Palm Desert.